Hi, welcome to Galloway Lights. Today I'm going to be looking at my 3-queen hive. There's a queen in the top, 2 queens in the bottom in each box. The bottom ones were originally packages, and they weren't doing so much growth. I decided to put them together and see if they could combine and really pack out these boxes. And then later on I had a split that wasn't doing so good and put him on the top because I had some frames I wanted to draw out that I made the word USA on it and different colors of wax. And I wanted to get this done by 4th of July, but it never happened apparently. I am going to be putting on my veil because I don't like the bees getting in my face. A little less nerve-wracking. And we'll see how they do. It's overcast and it's 72 out, so probably not the best day to do this. But what I do is I used to hold this up and so I can inspect my bees. So we'll get in there and see how they're doing. I haven't been in there for quite a while. You don't want to do this with the lid off because that gas will build up and cause kind of a boom sound. This is supposed to calm them down by getting them all excited about a fire. They go and store all the food in their stomachs and then they can't sting you as well, or at least they're distracted. You can get right inside the hole here. Looks like I gotta grab this from the sides because the bees are all over the front. So we count this by frames of bees by how much are covered with bees. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe a half. So we'll start on this side. This seems to be less activity. So these have not been fed. You can see a little bit of their nectar in there. You got quite a bit of the hive beetles down here in the corner. I'm going to try taking care of these hive beetles by water and see how that happens. Now we just have a bunch of bees in the bottom we got to help out. Knock the beetles back in the bucket. The beetles are trying to get out, trying to swim, crawl out of here. So are the bees. Ow, that one must have stung me. I was too rough with it. Huh. I guess this is not stingless, guaranteed. You gotta be careful how you pick them up. I guess when they're in the water they don't sting you, but when they're on the side, they sting you. These guys do fly if you let them go. They'll fly away in a heartbeat. It's like another frame of honey. That one's started. Oh boy. That one's pretty much packed out there. Still got a drone in here. That one's pretty heavy. So these have not been fed, so that's pure honey unless they stole sugar water from somebody. There's the brood. All that is brood, and that's the honey down there. This is the capped honey. And inside of here are a bunch of eggs right in there. And that's some of the larvae in here. And that's the queen with a green dot. More larvae, and over on the sides here is more eggs. So that's 2 frames of brood. What's catching this? Oh, they got burr coming here. Queen's up here, so she shouldn't get hurt. Let's see, get that in there. So we can take care of this burr comb. This is all pollen in here. I guess they call this bald brood because there's been uncapped and left to die, I guess. And this over here is burr comb. So we get in there and cut that out. That way we can get the frames apart easier next time, maybe. There's actually babies inside of that too. That's 3 brood frames. Excuse me, pardon me, coming in for inspection. Come on, excuse me. Thank you, thank you. Oh, 4 brood frames. Was that 7 frames of brood? Was it 8 frames of brood? Alright, so this is what I want. I want to give this to one of these other colonies that I made splits out of that don't have a lot of numbers and help boost them up. So they're all the same. I'm going to get this colony its own bottom board, and that way they can get ready for winter. And I don't like to make these bottom boards like this anymore. See these grooves get all squished down? And then you can't get anything in there. So then I'm resorted to using sheet metal because that's the only thing that'll fit in the slot. I like to make mine really wide. So this is the queen excluder that keeps the queens separate from each other. And a drone couldn't get through. So let's see how this box is doing. It feels heavy on the front side here. So we'll start on the empty side. Empty side is because there's nothing on them. They're not drawn out. But they drew out this side. That's interesting. They started to draw out this one. And this one's almost completely drawn out with honey. And this one started. And that one started. And that one's getting there. It's pretty much empty. They started there. They got that one started. Ow. Just almost squished that one. Oh, yeah. We got something there. They capped it over before it's even drawn out. That one's almost done. That one's empty. There we go, we got a little bit started. I'm gonna put this in the other colony. So I'll put these on the outside, rather those ones that they had that aren't really drawn out that much. We'll take this one out, this one in there instead. Let's make this 9 frame. We'll use this little bit of wax to clog up this upper entrance. They got some started. A little bit started. There's some. That's got the blue and the red wax on it, so they did draw that out. But they didn't cap it yet. This side was supposed to be like a rainbow. Multiple colors, but as you can see, it's not evenly drawn. And that's it. Now let's look at this queen and see how she's doing. Got these bricks to help hold my makeshift cover on. And a bunch of empties. Got a little pollen. We got pollen. A little bit of brood. Right in the center here. Got some pollen and brood mix. Same there, pollen and brood mix. Capped brood and some larvae. More capped brood and larvae. I even see a drone hanging around right here. That's not good. Better get smoke out. Of course, there's no honey down here for them to go eat, so I don't know if that smoke's going to work so well. More brood has been capped over. A little bit of honey stores and some empty cells that they're filling up with younger larvae. Some more younger larvae. Some capped brood in there. Got some eggs over here, so that means there's an active queen. So what we'll do is we'll center this up and we'll give all the good stuff of honey down in here. Reduce this to a one box. We'll stick this one on the outside as a honey frame on the other end. We'll give them this nice USA frame right up against the brood. Maybe she'll lay in there. So that'll be the USA frame. And this is the honey side, or the brood side, so maybe they'll lay this up. And there's a little brood, a little bit of a drone comb, cut that out of there. We'll make that one box. And we'll give them a top cover, inner cover that is. Cover over this hole. Move this over just a hair. There we go. Give them some smoke. This is 1, 2.5 frames of bees, maybe. Got some pollen. More pollen. No, I see some brood. There's lots of larvae in there. Some more brood. More brood and a little bit of pollen. More brood, some pollen. Actually, I think that's all pollen. We'll do the same as we did on the others. We'll kind of give them honey all around it. Get rid of these two frames. They don't really have a much drawn on there. And actually, let's make this into a glass hive. Get rid of all these frames that are empty. Nothing in them. The robbers are after them. I guess they smell stuff. Then we'll give them this one that has some pollen. This side in, that way the queen has some place to lay. And we'll put in her. Oh, there she is, right there. She's unmarked. Slowly let this down. Watch we don't get her. There she is.